It should tell you just,
Hey there, Gina.
hey, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. I like that. I like that red sweater on you, or red
Ah, thank
shirt.
you.
Yeah,
It is cold here. I
it's
need some warmth.
it's like what, like 16 degrees there or something.
At 14. It's 14 with the wind chill factor of 0.
Whoa.
Yeah, this
Well,
Texas cow doesn't like cold.
believe it or not, over here all day in Virginia. It was like 53, 54 degrees with the sun shining. Now it's down to about 30 something, so it is getting colder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So I've been looking forward to this Zoom, the two of us getting together, uh, working through the Daisy for everybody. There's been a lot of people that got involved in Daisy back in 2021. It was really exciting. It was a real big push in the very beginning because it was something new. It was AI and Endotech and a very great company that was we were going to be able to take become a part of it at a fraction of the cost.
right,
And yeah, so it was really exciting. And then obviously there was a time, when crypto took a dive, you
right.
know, and that was really upsetting to a lot of people because it did take a dive and went down 60 something percent. And there was a lot of uncertainty with the website working and everything. The Endotech or Daisy, so to speak, had a lot of issues during that time. They were going through some smart contract recreation, an entire new rollout, and how they sustained all that revenue coming in and moving that over just blows my mind. It was probably a lot of work.
I imagine so. Smarter heads than I had control over that.
Well, and honestly, that was really a little upsetting to me as a builder and a lot of the other builders out there because they brought a lot of people into it, and during that time, it was showing to be down. And any type of referral program or networking program, whenever there is it's a program that networking creates exponential growth, and when there's
Right.
exponential problems and no movement, it can seem like everything is going bad,
I
you
think
know?
that's a fair statement.
So, but what was really neat though was they had said, "Hey guys, crypto has taken a dive. Uh, um, Dr. Anna, she's wanting to make sure that we don't lose out. So she wanted to take our money from crypto. She took a portion of that money from crypto that we all had in the major fund that we contributed to, and she moved it over to what she specializes in, which is forex.
Right.
So that way, this is the arena that she became a celebrity in, forex
Hmm.
AI, and that was really interesting because I was like, well, this is what we based Dr. Anna and Daisy and Endotech. We based it all off of her past track record in forex. Now
Hmm.
we made the assumption that, oh man, it should be an easy transition to move over into crypto, but that was an assumption that was made on my part, which was probably a bad assumption. But I am so happy that now that they fixed the problem, and can you bring up I'm sure you have a wallet connected. Maybe you can bring it
Right.
up so we can kind of discuss what took place. Give us some history on that wallet you're about to pull up.
Okay. So let me clear this out. So this is a wallet of a girl that I put in at a tier 4. And for those of you who've not checked your wallet in a while, this is the new back office. So you're going to kind of get a primer on the new back office while I'm showing you this. This is a girl who came in at tier 4. And in addition to the tier 4, we put in an additional tier 2. So she has $1,700 all in on this wallet. She came in at crypto. Now, as you can see on this looks pretty gloom, doesn't it? Because
Mm,
there's some up and then a whole lot of down. So to your
yeah,
point, because on November 2nd, in fact, November 2nd of 22, what Dr.
right.
Anna did was she pulled a large portion of each of the crypto balances from each of the wallets. She pulled a large portion, but she left some in there because they were still working on the algorithms. They were still trying to get it
Right.
fixed. So she pulled a large portion out November 2nd of 22, and she moved over to Forex because Forex was doing quite nicely. Well, and as
Okay.
you can see on, if you look here, they left a little bit here, and it's still kind of having a little bit of ups, but nothing really, nothing. So November 23rd of 23, they moved everything from crypto to Forex. So if you've not looked at your wallet, or if you looked at your wallet and you only looked at crypto, it could look very dismal because look at this. She's in the negative here.
And before you go there, let me talk a little bit about what you just said.
Okay.
So there's two things. The first one was they recently had an update to their website. So you're now looking at side-by-side comparisons. And before, they did not have the website set up to where you could really see what your growth was initially looking at it. They didn't have the charts weren't as good as they are now. So you could have been looking at your back office and then like, oh, this looks like a very pathetic return.
Right.
That's the word I'm going to choose, you because that's what you could perceive by looking at it. But also, yes, you're right. This was moved over. The fund was moved, and there was actually a way where you could go and say, yes, I want my money moved over. It was a button you could push in your back office. But those that didn't push it, Daisy assumed that you guys probably weren't checking it. So for your safety, they moved your fund over for you. And I'm sure you're going to show us the performance charts on the crypto and also on the Forex, so we can be thankful that Daisy did that on our behalf, even if we forgot to or we didn't check it.
Correct.
Okay.
So on this wallet, this is like a lot of us. This wallet was established in July of 2021. And that's when there was only crypto available. And that's when 50% went into trading and 50% went into crowdfund. So those numbers are important. So I'm going to show you this. Again, this is a new back office, which I love. When I
So she
click
put
here,
1,700 in, so 800,
yes,
850 went to trading.
correct. So this shows you on your wallet, what is your the contribution is your total everything. That's a crowdfund and the trading. So this wallet is 1,700 all in. Okay. So now I'm going to scroll down here a little bit because I want you to see this. With everything going on, the first, this thing just makes me crazy. So on October 31st, Olivia had in her wallet, come on. Okay. Olivia had
Yeah.
$691. So they took out the first withdrawal, which is going to be right here, the $485. They took that out and moved it over to Forex. Okay. They left this going. And then finally on November the 21st of 23, they took out everything else. So now her current balance is zero, right? A year later. They said it's not moving. Forex is doing great. We're going to move it from where it's not doing anything. We're going to put it where you can start winning. So out of this wallet, 850 was in trading. They moved over 725. So yes, there's some loss here. Okay. But now, do you want to see the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say?
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's take a look at Forex. And this is what to me is amazing. That $725, no additional contributions. Olivia did not purchase any Forex tier. She's done nothing with her wallet. That $725 that they moved over now has a balance of $2,219. It's a total profit of over 200%. She did not put another dime in. It's just the money that moved over from crypto to Forex. And to me, that speaks volumes that our founders and that Dr. Anna want us to be successful. They want us to be successful in Daisy and to be successful through Indotex trading. So this to me is very exciting. She's already now exceeded her $1,700 all in.
All in, yeah.
That's
if you
her
look at the
current
graph
balance.
too, if you look at the graph up there where it shows December of 2022, it's actually probably a little bit before November. It shows it at 485. So it does show that 485 on the chart. So you see that 485 that they moved over had been climbing along with when they brought over the other $285, probably
Right
somewhere
here.
right there, which is that big jump when they decided to make it all in. And then so now she's just had left the money sitting in there. Now I do know there are some people that have been active. I know Leo's one of them. Leo's pulled money out of trading and he bought new packs. So his wasn't really compounding, was kind of starting over again. Because you pull out your money and you put it back in, it can't compound, it has to initiate. So if you were active in doing that, you may not have had as great of a return as some people that had left their money in compounding. However, as the years progress in the future, that compound will take place.
Absolutely.
And with the higher percentage payout, because they're doing 85% currently, I believe, as of today or tomorrow, it's 85%, and then it goes down to 80, right?
Right. So that's a momentum pack. Do you want me to explain what the momentum pack is?
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the momentum packs, because that's what Leo was doing. Whenever on our wallet, Leo was going back in and purchasing those momentum packs because they were giving you just by repurchasing tiers when it was classified as momentum status, you were able to get a higher percentage payout on that investment.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and show that.
Okay. So I'll come over here and I'll show the contribute portion. Okay. You know what? Let me pull up another wallet where I can show.
Yeah, because this actually validates what you said. You said that you had not put this lady here had not put any money into Forex, so she never actually purchased a tier. That's why it's not selected yet, showing that she's purchased it. However, she had the Forex growth, and that came from the money she had in crypto.
Exactly. And the reason we know she hasn't made a contribution is because right here, it's tier 1 is highlighted at 70%. So for those of you who have not even been active for a while, it's not even 50% anymore. Tiers 1 through 10 all trade now at 70%. So more of your money is going into trading, which is amazing. Let me pull up a see. I'll pull up a where is it? I know. Okay. This is another wallet on here. It's and she has actually come in. Okay, here we go. So she has contributed to tier 1, and she's contributed to tier 2, and she's contributed to tier 3 at 70%. So now she can purchase a momentum pack occurs after you make your initial contribution. So in this tier, and let's try at tier 2 now, which is amazing. So this tier 2, she made her first contribution, and that went in at 70%. So now she can make a contribution at 85%.
Right.
That'd be her
200, a second 200 at 85%.
Right, because she's a tier 3 right now. Okay, she's a tier 3, and the reason I know she's a tier 3 is because she has the option now of these two to make an 85%. Plus, this is only a 70%. That tells me she hasn't contributed yet. But this is
you
what
can tell with the highlighted color there. You can tell that's that green army green background right there. It means that she hasn't actually made it yet.
Right, that's her next contribution. Now I will tell you, this is Sunday evening. Tomorrow on Monday, the 15th, the momentum pack does reduce to 80%, which is still better than 70%. So it's still a great deal. It's nothing to sneeze at. So is there anything else you want to see on the wallets?
And we can let everybody know that's 15% going into the matrix payout that they have, the crowdfunding, and the other 85% is into trading. So it's what keeps the program going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
anything else you want to see the wallets, or are we good on this?
Well, no, we're good actually on this. I think that the most important thing was, and it was just blowing me away because people were thinking that Daisy nothing was happening with Daisy, but I just think it was that nobody was really going back to their wallet. And maybe there could have, and it could be an issue of they went to the wallet and the site was having some problems. There is a new way to get to your wallet now with Token Pocket. So there are people that came in when early on when it was Clever. Then Clever
Right?
had some DApp issues in the
Yes,
browser. So then we did this little process where we mirrored our Clever to Tron Link so we could use the
right?
Tron Link browser. Then there has recently been some issues with Tron Link governing their browser. So
Mhm.
some people
For
can log
some
into the
people,
yeah.
yes.
So some people can log into their Daisy. By the way, the new website is the daisy.global. Initially, when they first rolled out the new website, it was v2.daisy.global. But then
Mhm.
they now it's daisy.global.
Right,
And you might be able to log into that through your TronLink browser, and you might still even be able to log it through your Clever browser. Okay.
right.
Now, there is a now for those that cannot, it's because your Tron Link doesn't recognize you as someone that was consistently logging in. So we're going to have to do a course where we actually have a video I think you made to show
Mhm.
you how to mirror your Tron Link that may have already had Clever mirroring.
Right,
So mirror your Tron Link to Token Pocket.
right. And there's another alternative also. If you set up your Tron link on your Chrome extension, you should be fine
Right.
because
Right.
this is just a Tron link app. For some
Mm-hmm.
reason, they had that locked down. TronLink has that locked down. But if you had your wallet set up on your Chrome extension, you should be good.
Right. And the only thing I don't know about Token Pocket, and I think they do have an online, like a PC version, right?
I don't know. I do everything on my phone. I only have my TronLink
Okay.
here
Mm-hmm.
because I have people on my team who use their computer. That way I can see what they're looking at when I'm helping them. Plus,
Absolutely. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
helpful
So
for Zoom calls, you know.
right. So I do know Token Pocket has an app. And I know Sherry Corridor, she's used Token Pocket
Mhm.
before. I think they actually have an on PC, a way to get to it on PC as well too. So,
They may,
but so
and the token pocket looks amazingly like your TronLink wallet. I'm going to pull
oh
up.
yeah, they're all yeah,
Yeah,
all those wallets are
this is this is my token pocket, so it looks pretty similar to
yeah.
pretty similar. There are some features that you don't see, but it's pretty similar to your TronLink.
Yeah, a lot of those Tron wallets are kind of like
Yeah.
universally looks the same. Except clever is, I guess, they're the most clever of them.
Yeah. And
Oh
now I
my
will
goodness.
tell you
Okay.
right now, we're having a couple of exchanges that we're using. We've been using CoinZoom. So, well, when we first came on, we used Clever, right? For
Hmm.
our exchange to purchase the USDT and the TRX. Well, Clever, at least for me and for my team, they stopped well, it wasn't Clever. My bank stopped agreeing because that was considered a foreign exchange, a foreign purchase. So banks really shut down use of Clever. So that's when we went to CoinZoom, and CoinZoom was amazing, especially
Hmm.
if you do the wire transfer. Well, right now, CoinZoom is in the process of resetting their platform. So we're not able to do wire transfers right now. You can do a CoinZoom Cash where you go like to a gas station, what have you. They give you things and you give them cash and they send it to you. Kind of like if you do the Cash App or what have you, you can do that. Um, but it's not as cost effective. So right now we're actually using Kraken Pro.
Hmm.
And Kraken Pro is fairly easy. The one challenge on Kraken Pro is your first exchange. They hold your money for, I think, up to 7 days. So
The
your
seventh.
first
Okay.
exchange, and then once you've done that, once you validated your original and you're legit and everything, then I think the funds are released more quickly. You
Mhm.
know, there's always something. That's the crypto world, right? There's always something
Yeah.
that's going to come
Always
to go,
something.
oh, yeah.
Gemini has been working good for me. I use Gemini. I also use actually MetaMask has been helpful. You can also one of the things you can also do is uh, Exodus Wallet is now integrated with Robinhood. So
Okay.
you can always bring your funds into Robinhood because Robinhood is an approved exchange for stocks and trading.
Okay.
So you can bring funds into Robinhood, and then from Robinhood you can bring it into Exodus. Super
Okay.
simple, super easy. So yeah, and then there's other sites you can use like Uphold, and they're pretty good. Other wallets. Um, but yeah, so that's so really, we just wanted to make sure everyone understood because there's a lot of money probably sitting out there that you've created and you probably just don't know that you have. It's almost like that website that they came up with before. when I was in Texas, it was texas.claims.com. And you go there and you
Right,
find out you had money from an employer somewhere. You
exactly.
know, it's like, yeah.
So one other thing, what else do we want to talk about, Mikoshi?
Yeah. That's the most important thing. That number one, I would say check your wallet. Okay.
Well,
Capital One, what's in your wallet? Okay.
right.
The next thing that we want to go over is the token, the
Yes,
Daisy token, the Uplift token. Okay.
yes.
You want to start on that?
I was really excited when the tokens came out. Now I was, I don't have the vast knowledge and experience that you do and that some of the folks on our team do, because Daisy was my first dip into this, and I heard about the tokens. I was like, yes, please. And I bought a lot of them, a lot of them. And I was really hoping that they would hit the $5 because I was banking on that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to someone last month, in fact, and my comment to them was, with everything that I've done in Daisy, and I've made tremendous money in Daisy. I've done well with everything that I've done. My only disappointment, I guess you could say, was the tokens. But I feel like I've made enough money elsewhere that's kind of it's
Made up for it.
made up for it. And then we had the call last week, and you take that away, Mikoshi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the call last week was very interesting. I had, a little bit, just kind of a mixed feeling about it. But really overall it was positive. What I liked about Daisy in that call was how they took ownership of the token. It was the first time that I actually had enough information to understand what took place. So apparently there was an individual that was working on the token, both the Daisy token and the Uplift token. That person was ahead of that project. And we just recently had found out that that person is no longer with Daisy. Daisy owned the failure of the token. They said, honestly, the token is an absolute flop as it stands currently. And because of that, what they're going to do is they're going to use about $10 million that they had as in like a little slush fund that they had with Daisy, and they're going to use that $10 million. They're going to put it into its own Indotech trading account in Forex to help generate returns, compounded returns that they're going to use to come back and make everything right with everybody that ever put any funds into the token, yourself included. So they're going to make it right. Now they didn't say how they're going to do it. For example, we had no timelines. We had no exact disbursement method, or if they're going to do everybody a certain percentage. They didn't tell us anything. But here's one thing I do know about Daisy. When Daisy had a problem in the past, they fixed it.
Right.
So we did know Daisy made a promise to us in the beginning. It didn't always turn out the way it was supposed to turn out. However, Daisy did show us that whenever something doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to turn out, they fix it.
Exactly.
And they fix it great, which is very important because we do know people make mistakes. We do know companies have intentions that they intend to start off with.
Right.
The important thing is when it doesn't work out, how do they react, how they respond, and how they make it right to everybody that got in the beginning under the initial expectation.
Right. And I think, to me, that speaks to the integrity of the leaders, because they want to, they stepped up, they said this, this is what we expected it to be. This is what we were told it would be with the tokens. We were told if we did this, this would be there. And they said, tokens are not our forte. This person came to us and said, this is what we should do. So they did. And here we are. And in fact, I was telling Mikoshi when we talked, I said, it kind of reminded me of the whole Terra thing, because here's Mikoshi trying to rebuild what wasn't his in the first place, but he's working there. So I saw the correlation there, which kind of made me smile a bit. But
which is beautiful, which is so beautiful because I could, at the end of the discussion with Jeremy and Edward and Ilya, they said that they have now ruled that token as in that project as dead. they're now going to bring on a new person to work in that, or assign a new team to that token to revitalize it, to relaunch the token.
Where have I heard that?
It's just you just don't give up. You just keep going and you make it right. Now, so Daisy's token, there was, how do we switch it from Daisy Tron to Daisy BNB and BNB to Uplift, or what have you. Guys, you don't have to worry about that. Okay. The reason why you don't have to worry about that right now is because they're going to make it right for us. And they're going to, when they bring on the new team and they relaunch the token or recreate the token, they're going to have, and this is the best part, the token, when they said they're going to relaunch it, now this is kind of rolling over into the last thing we want to talk about, but I kind of want to mention it. Well, no, I won't. I'll wait. Shush. Mum's the word. But I have an idea of what's going to happen, but I'll tell you my idea, but I'll make sure it's only my idea of what I think might happen. But they are going to make it right for us, and that is super great.
Right. Right. And which, again, is important to me. So
yes.
before we wrap up, I want to go back and kind of highlight what the things that I think are important in the conversation we've had so far. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go take a drink.
If you were involved in Daisy when it was just crypto, and if you've not checked your wallet in a while, and if the last time you checked your wallet, it looked like things were going to hell in a handbasket, okay, and that's the last time you checked your wallet, you need to pull your wallet back out and you need to take a look, okay? And what I tell my team always is that, this is your business. It's your responsibility to stay on top of things. So if you haven't checked your wallet and you've just been kind of gritching and groaning, you got to check your wallet, and figure out what's going on there, because I promise you guys, if you pull your wallet up, you're going to be pleasantly pleased by what you see. And don't just look in crypto, because crypto is going to look horrible. I've shown you now how to go to Forex and take a look at your Forex. And I think that you will be very pleasantly surprised at what you're going to see. And hopefully that will give you faith again in the Daisy project, because as Miqoshi said, everything that they've promised hasn't necessarily happened the way they promised it, but the things that they told us would occur they've occurred one way or the other, because the leaders have made sure that they take care of us, the community. And that to me is the most important thing. And that's what I so appreciate. That's why I've been in this project 3 years. That's why I'm a Pacesetter Gold now, because of my belief, and I'm chasing Pacesetter Gold leader because of my belief. And I only tell people about things where I have a belief. And so that's what I'm doing right now.
Well, I've always said, as long as you never stop going for it, you will get it. And regardless of things that were out of our control in the beginning, as long as you understand what your job is to do is to continue going for it, you'll get it. Which sometimes things don't always meet our expectations, but that's called life. And if it did meet our expectation every time, that would be called fairy tale. So we've just seen this evolution of Daisy, how they've gone from, initial intentions to fail, to owning up to it, to recreating it, to coming back and giving us beyond what we expected in the Forex program. I remember, just so you know, Endotech. If you go to Endotech's website and you look at how much they charge people to trade with them, we are blessed to be able to get the same returns at a lower entry point. That's something people take for granted. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, well, let's talk about what's coming, because I think that's very important. It might be something that should bring everyone back, bring their focus back to Daisy, and allow them to get re-engaged, because I think something pretty big is going to be taking place here. I think it's mid-February, right?
It is.
So you are an avid Dubai traveler.
Yes.
the only time I travel is if I'm going to go to Puerto Rico, and if I'm going to go to an island resort where I know that if my plane crashes, it's going to be at least over water, you know, or it's worth sacrificing that trip to, um, but yeah, you're going to go to
Yeah,
Dubai again. You're going to go
I
check it
am.
out. You and I have had some calls when you were in Dubai.
Yes,
We
yes, we
we
have.
have talked.
This would be Daisy's third conference in Dubai, and it'll be my third trip to Dubai. And I'm
Awesome.
excited every time I go. Um,
Okay, have you had the chella kebabs there, or the shish kebabs?
I probably, because when, you know, the first time I went, I was in the mall, the Dubai mall, the big, huge mall. Now, first place, I'm not a typical girl. I'm not a shopper. I'm just not. Okay. But I went to absorb it all and to experience it all. Plus, in that mall on the ground level is the entry to the Burj Khalifa, which I've done.
Yeah,
Right back there, which I've done
nice.
both times, starting at the 154th floor, which is amazing. But when you're on that bottom floor, there is a Texas Roadhouse, there's a KFC, there's a
Right.
Taco Bell, all these. And I had that posted on my Facebook page, and someone said, "Well, how are the steaks?" And I said, I live in
Same as
Texas.
at home.
Got a Texas Roadhouse here. I'm eating local food while I'm here. So I can't tell you everything I have eaten. I don't know what it's called, but it's amazing, you know.
Well,
But
I think
so
right around the same. You know, I might actually go to Dubai. I don't know, because I am going to be flying to Cyprus, hopefully, to go check out a project, and it would be right around the same time as Dubai. I might see you there. I might see
okay.
you.
So what are some
Um,
advantages to going to Dubai? Can we talk about that real quick for those who say,
I will
huh,
let you
should I do
start with
that?
that because I know that you are actively working towards that. So why don't you go ahead and take that, and lead with
Okay.
that?
So another one of the things that Jeremy, Ilya, and Edward have done is they fund the conventions. They fund the AV, they fund the seating, they fund the rental of the arena, they fund whatever. And what they do with our ticket sales is they put them in two pools. So 100% of our ticket sales go into two pools. It's equal money. And let's say it's, I don't know, a couple of million. I'll say it's 2 million and 2 million. I'm just making up numbers because I don't know. So these are made up numbers, but humor me for a minute. So let's say altogether they gain $4 million in ticket sales. I don't know. So this pool has 2 million and this pool has 2 million. In this pool right here, every wallet that attends Dubai is placed in this pool. Every wallet that comes to Dubai has one share. So like if it's a husband and wife, but it's one wallet,
Right.
that's one share, right?
Huh.
Okay. Every wallet has one share and that money goes into trading. This pool over here, it's the same 2,000 or what, 2 million or whatever. It's the same equal money. What goes in
Uh-huh.
here is every person who brings at least 5 direct team members to them. So for every
Mhm.
5, they're going to get a share. They're going to get a share. They're going to get a
Mhm.
share. Okay. And
Mhm.
these trade. Now they did this for the first time this year, last year now, it's 2023. Okay.
Okay.
And so I attended as an attendee and they paid out the first payment 6 months down. That was like $280. That was pretty decent.
Yeah. Yep.
And the next share is paying out at Dubai. And I think right now it's close to 400. I've never been
Mm.
in a company like this that pays me to go to the conventions.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean,
Mm.
I'm going anyway. I bought my ticket. I bought my plane. I've got my hotel. I've done all that. And I'm gonna make extra money, which is like way cool.
Yes.
So why else should you go if you really are interested in building or if you're interested in pursuing this further? It gives a what this does for a lot of people is it cements the belief. It cements the belief because you get your picture made with Dr. Anna. You can talk to Ilya and Edward and Jeremy, and you see all the folks around you from around the world who are in Daisy, and you can talk to them, and it just cements that belief that this is more than just that unicorn that's out there.
Right.
So that's my opinion.
Well, when you go to the event, a lot of times you can judge how well a company is doing by the events they throw.
Right.
And they've done it repeatedly, 2-3 events in Dubai. They definitely have been on the Burj Khalifa. They are definitely not sparing any expense to make sure that everyone gets to know who they are, and they're doing it in the crypto capital of the world. So
Absolutely. They're turning
you take
heads.
so right now, literally, we are at the precipice of something great. We just don't know it yet, and what's even more dangerous is because of the first pitch they threw, that was not a strike, because that first pitch they threw was a ball.
Hmm.
We're looking at it as, oh, this is a bad deal. But what might be taking place that we might not know is, oh my God, they may have fixed something and it's working, and I might be missing out on it, especially with what's coming in with project number 2.
Absolutely.
Now, I've heard through the grapevine, and you and I've also discussed this as well, is that project number 2 is going to be so big that literally someone that you share a video with, 90% of the people that see the video will instantly become a part of the program.
Right.
That's what you heard too, right?
Right.
Okay.
I've heard that when people know that you do this, they will seek you out also.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
That's pretty big.
yeah. So we don't know what the project is. And for
We
those who
don't.
have not been connected for a while, here's why. They just had a big event with the top 27 leaders in the company, and they were all in Phuket, Thailand. And Jeremy and then we're ready to reveal this on a call when they called all of us. And the leader said, after they revealed it to the leader said, you can't do that. This requires more than a phone call. This requires a lot of information, and you're not ready to roll this out yet. So don't give the idea away until we're ready to launch it. Because those of you who know that there are folks out there, behind MLM, who will find any reason to write anything negative about anything. So don't give anyone anything except our success. So they're going to roll out whatever it is in Dubai. And Miqoshi, I'll call you. But we'll know what it is, and we'll know the parameters, and we'll have an idea. And they're actually putting together some type of marketing plan. The leaders are, they're putting together marketing. So,
Yeah.
Daisy was like the I'm the oldest child in my family. I always called myself the test child. If I didn't die, my parents had more kids, right? So Daisy the Endotech project, I should say, the Endotech project is like the oldest child. It's the test child, and they knew they could be okay, and they didn't drown it in the bathtub or whatever. So now they can have the next child, and they can take what they learned here and improve it here, right?
Yeah.
A bad analogy, but you get the point, right?
Yeah. I, I wouldn't say it's a bad analogy. It's a good analogy. But what's even more so, even more so important is Endotech project has not officially closed yet.
Right.
So they are allowing people to get in with momentum packs. Now understand, they're tapering off what's going to the compensation plan. They want everyone's last push to Endotech. Now that they've proven that, man, we grew at 300% last year. Dr. Anna is real. Do you not Israel? Israel, where she's, I think she's, but she is real, right? It is working. Guess what? We're going to allow you to get anywhere from 80 to 85% on this last push. But when the door closes, because they've already funded, they've already contribution, they completed a $500 million fund to Endotech. Now understand that fund is still going to produce that crypto AI. It's produced it, but they're going to perfect it. And you can bet that those that got in when that Endotech shut the door on that project, that funds are going to bounce from Forex to crypto back to Forex, and they're going to do it so rhythmically that it's going to make a lot of money. That is my understanding and my belief in what I see them doing with that AI. So those that got in will say, we got in, and forever, even though there's no more contributions being made to Endotech through the Daisy program, we will get paid perpetually until no end. It'll keep going,
Right.
and maybe about being end one day, but a very long time in the future, we'll continue to get paid and compounding over and over again. But they are, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to involve you in on this as well. And sometimes I do talk a lot. But they're also saying the volume that you bring to Endotech before they shut the door, which I think is like in a couple weeks or 2-3 weeks.
It's February 21st in Dubai is when they're shutting the door. So for those of us who are on the other side of the globe, I tell my team February 20th to avoid any time zone issues.
Okay, yeah, so roughly 3 weeks.
Right.
Or 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
4 weeks.
Wait,
4 weeks.
About 4 weeks. Yeah. So roughly about a month. Any volume that now you have proof to show people. That's the other reason you want to go check your wallet. Because when you go check your wallet, you can now tell people, oh my God, they had their chance to run. But oh my God, 300% return across 12 months. So now you have the proof. Not only do you have the proof it works, you have the proof that they never ran off.
Right.
You go show that proof to them. Now now they're ready to get involved now that there's proof. As they enroll and you hit certain contribution milestones, they're going to unlock certain levels for you in the new project, or where you can get a certain, So do you want to touch on it a little bit?
Sure. The first unlocking will come within, and this is your unilevel, which means you're direct and they're direct and they're direct. If you've built a team, right? If you have a $25,000 total unilevel contribution before February 21st, and now the 50% rule applies. What that means is no more than 12,500 can come from one leg. Okay. So
one line of referrals. Okay.
Right. So if you have 3 that do 10,000, beautiful, but you cannot have one that dominates the contributions. But if you get 25,000 in contributions on your team, and I think there need to be two new tier 5s who come on. Okay. If you get that, then you've unlocked 5 levels, 5 generations in the new compensation plan. So, what's beautiful about that? After the plan rolls out after February 21st, to unlock your first 5 generations, it's 100,000 in contributions.
Yeah. So,
okay? So you're doing a quarter of the work. You're doing a quarter of the work now.
Yeah. So they're allowing you, and this is just so the way they synchronize this program. So now that you have the proof Daisy work, now that you're going back, checking your wallets and going, wow, this was my greatest return. And I didn't even know of 2023. And I didn't even know it existed. Right. So now that you find that out, they're going to give you 1 whole month to bring more money in at a higher percentage trading. And then allow you a way to share the gospel, so to speak, with everyone else about what happened. Those people come in and get involved. Now they're doing it in a safe way. They didn't have to come do this it wasn't a gold rush and hazards along the way. It's now a safe entry point. By the way, it's Forex, it's regulated. Okay. It's a safe entry point. Proven results. Now that's going to unlock more commission levels for you on a business you probably already built, with a product that's going to be with a product that's going to be 90%. People are going to seek you out for it.
Right. And I think that's key. Let me go back to something that you said, because I have a team already. With this new project, my team moves over with me. So I don't have to go and recruit them to come along with me. They automatically come up. Now, if they want to participate, of course, they will contribute, but the beautiful thing is I don't have to go and ask them again to be back on my team. They come with me. They can choose
Mm,
whether or not they want to participate. But if they
right.
do participate, they're my team and they stay with me. That's key.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
what you're building now moves with you to the new project. That's huge, I think.
It is, build it once, a lot of these people jump from one network marketing company to another network marketing company to another one. Here, you build one organization, and you don't jump to another company and have to rebuild again. You bring the greatest products and the greatest services to the same organization of people.
Right. And they have a
Wow.
choice. I can do it or not, but if they do, they're in my hierarchy still.
Correct. And Daisy, honestly, the amount of people in Daisy now, and even more so when we got involved, there's so many more people now being exposed to Daisy because of the return. Now Daisy is showing Endotech returns.
Right.
Endotech was a small little company that people had to find. Daisy is a company that goes out and shows everyone the results. So because of that, because of the success, and because of how wealthy people are going to become in that program as it continues to grow, it's going to create exposure.
Yes.
Safe growth and exposure, and the new project launching that we don't know what it is. The only thing that we know is that it is going to be even bigger than the first one.
What we do know is that evidently there are media like TV celebrities. I don't know. There are media celebrities around the world who are on board with this already, who will be doing some advertising for whatever this is. And the reason we say whatever it is because the leaders had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. They just can't tell us.
Right.
And I get that, but they can tell us little pieces, and the little pieces they tell us just make me so excited.
They have us asking questions like, just tell me it's not red and that it's blue.
Yeah. Right. So here, I will tell you this. I'll tell you this, and I think I can say this on the call. Okay. I can say this and y'all will totally, I think you'll love me, because this is the one question I asked my guy, because he was there, the guy who brought me in. I said, if you cannot answer this, I get it. But here's my only question. Is this a product or a service that we must sell and maintain? He said, absolutely not. And I said, that's all I needed to know.
There you go.
I didn't want to have lotions or potions or shampoo or
auto ship.
Or I didn't want an auto ship. So he told me that, and I said, okay, whatever it is, I'm on board then.
I just cleaned out my garage today, just so you know. Well, so this was a great call. We went a little long, but I think it's important because the people deserve to hear and see not this hoorah, that you see a lot of times on the corporate calls, because that's what they're supposed to do. Right. But from us in the community standpoint, it was important to show that, hey, we know how you feel when it started, and we know that could create some bad feelings for you in the first year or so as they were trying to fix the problem. Absolutely. And we know it's natural to harbor bad feelings toward a company like that, but sometimes you can harbor those feelings, and that'll blind you to everything's been fixed, and everything is working, and you have money in your office. Go check it out. So now they fixed the problem. Forex is great. They are allowing us to get more into trading of what's already amazing. Then there was the token, the only other promise that they let us down on. They explained it, they owned it, and they're putting millions, $10 million into the system that's proven, so we know it's going to work. What's 300% on 10 million? Oh my God, that is enough money to take care of every one of their tokens. And then, but I'm sitting here going, oh my God, you ready for this part? This is what mum's the word. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
The new token project, they could have eliminated it. However, what they're offering is going to be probably so good on project 2, the token stack will be built on whatever they are probably offering. Don't know. That's my belief, because obviously it's not going to be offered on what they already had.
Right.
Because they said what the token is no longer, it's dead, but we're going to relaunch it. Well, what would you relaunch it with? It's got to be something of the future. So
Right.
anyhow, so that, and then the fact that they are, I might actually go to Dubai. I'm serious. You might actually see me there.
Come on.
Because and I would love to go. Edward wants me to go out there. He said he wants me to come to the other side of the world and meet him.
Yep.
I'm like,
I'll save a seat for you. We'll sit together.
Okay.
Because you're pace setter gold, right?
Yeah, I'm pace setter gold. Yep.
All right. Come on. You sit with me. We have our special little section up there.
Okay.
Come sit with me. I'll save you a seat.
That's
I'll
awesome.
introduce you to the folks on my team.
I will. Well, I'm glad we got to do this video, Jena. It's always you and I, we talk, and it's good to be together in this, because we're part of the same community here,
right,
with the Tariff Reset program. And so it's really good to have you here and us be able to do this together. I think that's going to answer a lot of questions, and we're probably going to create more. So yep. We have some supporting videos that we're going to have. I know you put some Token Pocket videos together to help people
right,
that are trying to get their Tron link to Token Pocket.
Right.
And there's always that support center in CTG, or the Tariff Reset group there, where people can respond to this video here and say, hey, listen, I have some other questions, and then we'll get back with you on and answer those for you.
Right. Absolutely. So guys, I hope this helped. And just, my husband used to call me Pollyanna, but you know what? It's because I see the positive in everything. And I have been nothing but on board with Team Daisy since I got on, even with the bumps and bruises. So that's what makes Miqoshi and I a good team. He's all about Tariff. I'm all about Daisy. Between the two of us, hopefully we can keep you informed and keep you excited about the future, because I got to tell you, it's looking really good.
Yeah, you look good. You look good. So obviously it hasn't been, it hasn't been bad, because I can see that on the smile on your face. You're loving it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. So I'm here to help anybody with Daisy. You're here to help with Daisy, and we'll answer any questions. Just leave them in the comments below. We will get those answered for you.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to everyone soon.
Talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.